Hi, this is Elizabeth Ari, and I'm doing my video lesson plan for grade 1 math, geometry, and measurement, and we are looking at telling time. Okay, so hello class. We are getting ready to start our math. Great, but everybody's having a seat in their desks. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some review of what we did recently. We were counting. We were skip counting. So when we were skip counting, remember we were counting by fives. So together we're going to go to 25, and I'm writing them up on the board for us so we can remember. All right, we're going to say it together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Great. Why did we review this today? Because remember yesterday I told you we're going to start a new unit, right? Well, we're reviewing this today because we are learning about time. And some of the patterns that we learned in our previous math units help us when we are telling time. Why is that important that we need to tell time? Right, sometimes we need to know when recess is, or when lunch is, right? Or what time to go to bed. Okay, good job. All right, the first part we're going to do is we're going to construct a clock on the board. Okay, so for now, we're going to do this together, and then in our small group, we're going to get our iPads out. We're going to use our draw program and build a clock with our shapes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at our clock. This is what is called an analog clock. It's a big round circle, just kind of like the one we have on the wall. All right, and part of this clock is called the face. All right, so we're going to draw the face, and on the face, what do we have? You're right, we have numbers, so we're going to draw our numbers on there. And we're just going to count in numerological order. Remember, we learned about that order. Okay, I'm going to draw them on here, and then we're going to go over them together. Okay, so we start out with 12 at the top. We'll discuss why that goes at the top later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. What are we missing on our clock that our clock on the wall has? You're right, those arms. Okay, those arms get kind of stuck in the middle, so we're going to draw a circle right there. Okay, and what those arms are called are the hands for the minutes and the hours. So the first one we're going to talk about is the hour hand, and it's the short hand. Okay, so we look at the hour hand. The hour hand is the short hand, and it always points to one of the numbers. All right, and that tells us what hour of the day it is. So if it is a lunchtime, that hour would be noon or 12. Okay? Our minute hand points to one of the other numbers as well, but it's the long hand. Okay? And that tells us what the minutes of the day are. So if it is 12:30, which we'll talk about that later, how we get to that, that will tell us. Okay, remember we just did our skip counting? This is why we have patterns in time, okay? When we're thinking about the minutes, each one of these represents a different minute, as well as the different hour of the day. So when we skip counted by fives, what we're going to do if we're trying to figure out the minutes is we skip count by 5. Okay, so if this is on the 6, we're going to skip count to the 6. Okay, everybody use your pointers and point at the numbers as we go through it. 5, good, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right? Good job. Okay, and when that minute hand, the hour hand is pointing to this, it is 12. If it's pointing here, it's 1. Here it's 2. Good job. All right. Now I said this is called an analog clock. And that means that we have to tell the time. We have to read it, okay? There's another clock that we can look at, and that's called a digital clock. A lot of our alarm clocks look like that, and it will show us the time written out. So that tells us 2:30. Okay, we get the same time when we look at them. It's just one tells us what it is exactly without us having to use our pattern counting, okay? We're going to break up into our small groups, and we're going to build our clock using our iPads, okay? Some of you will meet with me, and then while you're working on your math worksheets for your skip counting, and work with our para, okay? All right, we are going to be working in our small group simulation, and this is where we're going to create our clock using our chalk drawing program. Okay, so, all right, we are going to select where we can make our shapes, all right? We're going to get the shape that does not have an inside, all right? Remember, we have to stretch it. Good. Now, what we want to do is we want to make our numbers. All right, what color should we do? I think light blue is a great one. All right, so now you are going to draw your numbers. And remember, this is kind of hard because we have to use our small writing. Good. 2. And we look at the clock that we have on the board. It's still up there. It helps us see what numbers go next. Good job. Now what are we missing on our clock? Yep, we are missing the hour hand and the minute hand. So let's go back to our shapes. And let's make the little dot right in the middle there. Okay, we make our little dot. That's where we're going to draw our line from. What color should we use? You want to use green? Sounds good. All right, now let's go back to our shapes. See the line? We're going to draw a line. We're going to put our minute hand pointing to the 12. So that's our long line, right? Our long hand. What do we need at the top of it? Yeah, we could make a little arrow if we want to, or we could leave it like that. Now, let's make a short line. Same thing, we select the line. And we're going to have that's our hour hand. Let's make it point to 10 o'clock. So that's our little hand. Perfect. So that says 10 o'clock. Great job. Now, should we try doing a different time? All right, so then we're going to go ahead and clear our drawing. We're going to go back into our shapes, and we're going to make the hollow or the circle that has no insides, and we're going to make a big green circle. Oh, yeah, we got too many circles. All right, let's try that again. Big green circle. Good job. All right, now we're going to do our numbers, right? We want to do them in purple this time. Perfect. So we write 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What comes next? 6. What about here? 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, we got a little close on that, didn't we? Let's just hit back, and we'll take those couple numbers off. Then we can fix it. There's 10 and 11. All right, I want you to have the big hand. We're going to use red, pointing. Actually, let's change that. We're going to have the hour hand pointing to 3. So we need to make our circle in the middle where it starts. Can you put the hour hand pointing to 3? Good. Now I would like to see the minute hand pointing to o'clock. Let's do that a different color. Good job, because 12 is o'clock. Good job. All right. Will you send the next student over?